The ceremony went on without her name. Applause, speeches, medals, all given to those who were seen. She stood at the back, smiling quietly. But as the last ribbon was pinned, a general stepped down from the stage, walked through the crowd, and stopped in front of her. "None of this happens without you," he said, removing his own medal and placing it in her hands. The audience went still. The applause returned, this time louder. And the woman they overlooked became the moment no one would forget. From which military installation around the world are you watching this video today? If you enjoy stories that blend military precision with the power of unrecognized heroism, consider subscribing for more content that explores how true service emerges not from visibility, but from dedication when no one is watching. The morning briefing at Defense Intelligence Agency headquarters had commenced with the methodical precision that characterized the most sensitive intelligence operations responsible for protecting national security through analysis and interpretation of classified information whose accuracy could determine policy decisions affecting global stability and military effectiveness. Senior Chief Petty Officer Elena Vasquez entered the secure analysis facility at exactly 0545 hours, her intelligence specialist insignia marking her as one of the few personnel authorized for handling classified materials that required comprehensive analytical expertise and absolute discretion for maintaining operational security and strategic advantage. Commander Robert Martinez stood beside the primary intelligence workstation, his experienced hands navigating classified databases that contained real-time intelligence from multiple operational theaters whose analysis required coordination between technical expertise and strategic understanding that conventional intelligence processing struggled to maintain effectively under conditions demanding immediate assessment and accurate interpretation. At 41, Martinez possessed intelligence experience spanning multiple deployments where his analytical leadership had proven essential for providing commanders with actionable intelligence when conventional analysis encountered complexity requiring enhanced expertise and innovative approaches. "Status report, Senior Chief," Martinez said, his voice carrying the authority of someone who had learned that successful military operations depended as much on intelligence accuracy as tactical execution. Martinez's weathered features reflected the accumulated stress of managing intelligence operations where analytical precision determined whether commanders received information necessary for mission success and force protection in environments where intelligence failures could result in strategic disasters and personnel casualties. Vasquez activated the primary intelligence display, bringing up real-time analysis from Operation Silent Thunder, a complex counterintelligence mission involving multiple agencies whose effectiveness required coordination of classified information across organizational boundaries that challenged conventional intelligence sharing and analytical procedures designed for single-agency operations rather than multi-organizational coordination. "Sir, all primary intelligence systems operational and analytical processing current," Vasquez reported, highlighting specific status indicators on the three-dimensional intelligence coordination display. Classification protocols verified, analytical procedures confirmed, and intelligence distribution proceeding according to established security requirements and operational timelines. She gestured towards secondary displays showing intelligence assessment data, classification management procedures, and analytical coordination protocols that provided intelligence leadership with comprehensive capabilities for maintaining operational security while ensuring information accuracy essential for strategic decision-making and tactical effectiveness. Assessment of intelligence classification security and analytical accuracy standards? Martinez inquired, recognizing that analytical precision was essential for operational security and strategic effectiveness in environments where intelligence vulnerabilities could be exploited by adversaries seeking to compromise American operations and strategic advantages. Vasquez manipulated displays to show comprehensive security protocols, classification, verification procedures, and analytical accuracy measures that protected against intelligence compromise, while ensuring information reliability essential for strategic planning and operational effectiveness according to established intelligence security requirements. "Sir, all security protocols current and analytical accuracy verification confirms reliable intelligence processing for all classified materials and strategic assessments," Vasquez continued, noting analytical procedures that maintained operational security while ensuring information quality essential for strategic effectiveness and mission accomplishment. The intelligence data revealed sophisticated analytical systems designed to maintain classification security and information accuracy in environments where conventional intelligence procedures encountered challenges that required enhanced security measures and analytical protocols exceeding routine intelligence processing and conventional protective measures. Before Vasquez could continue her briefing, the analysis facility's secure entrance opened and Captain Patricia Williams entered, accompanied by her aide and two intelligence specialists from Joint Chiefs Headquarters. Williams, an imposing figure whose presence commanded immediate attention, represented the type of institutional leadership that coordinated complex intelligence operations requiring seamless integration of analytical expertise with strategic planning essential for national security and military effectiveness. Commander Martinez, Senior Chief Vasquez, Williams announced, settling behind the intelligence coordination table with obvious focus on analytical operations that would determine strategic effectiveness and operational security during periods when intelligence accuracy required enhanced precision and analytical coordination. Operation Silent Thunder represents one of our most critical intelligence coordination challenges affecting national security and strategic planning. The analysis facility's atmosphere intensified as Williams's presence elevated routine intelligence operations to strategic significance for national security and military effectiveness. Vasquez maintained her professional demeanor while recognizing that intelligence accuracy was being evaluated by senior leadership whose decisions would influence strategic planning and operational coordination. Captain, would you like comprehensive briefing on current intelligence status and analytical capabilities? Martinez offered, activating displays that showed the complex web of intelligence systems, analytical procedures, and security protocols that maintain national security through information processing and strategic assessment requiring precise coordination and analytical expertise. Williams studied the intelligence displays showing analytical capabilities, security assessment procedures, and intelligence coordination systems that enabled strategic planning through information processing that exceeded conventional intelligence capabilities and required enhanced analytical expertise and security measures. Give me your assessment of intelligence analytical accuracy and security effectiveness, Commander Martinez, Williams requested, focusing on analytical capabilities and security measures that would determine intelligence effectiveness if strategic planning required immediate assessment and accurate information beyond routine intelligence processing and conventional analytical procedures. Martinez activated comprehensive analytical displays showing intelligence specialist qualifications, security training backgrounds, and assessment capabilities that provided strategic planning through combination of technical expertise and analytical skills essential for addressing intelligence requirements that exceeded conventional processing capabilities and routine analytical procedures. Ma'am, current analytical systems maintain comprehensive accuracy and security effectiveness through enhanced verification procedures and intelligence coordination protocols, Martinez reported, highlighting analytical capabilities that included advanced assessment training, security expertise, and strategic analysis qualifications that exceeded routine intelligence requirements. Williams studied the analytical capability data while recognizing that strategic planning required specialists whose analytical expertise could address intelligence requirements that sophisticated information systems might not process effectively, requiring human interpretation and analytical assessment capabilities that exceeded conventional intelligence monitoring and routine analytical procedures. Assessment of analytical expertise distribution and security capability utilization among intelligence personnel? Williams inquired, understanding that strategic effectiveness required intelligence specialists whose analytical training could address immediate requirements demanding assessment and interpretation beyond routine processing and conventional intelligence analysis procedures. Vasquez activated analytical capability displays showing intelligence personnel training backgrounds, security qualifications, and assessment readiness that provided strategic planning through specialized capabilities that could address intelligence requirements demanding immediate analytical interpretation and strategic assessment when conventional processing methods proved inadequate. Ma'am, analytical capabilities distributed among qualified intelligence specialists with enhanced training in strategic assessment and security procedures, Vasquez reported, noting personnel qualifications that included advanced analytical training and intelligence expertise that exceeded routine requirements for strategic planning and operational coordination. Williams reviewed the analytical readiness data while understanding that intelligence effectiveness required personnel whose assessment capabilities could address immediate strategic requirements through analytical interpretation when conventional intelligence processing encountered limitations or complex information that required human expertise and strategic assessment. As they reviewed intelligence assignments, Williams noted that some personnel responsibilities reflected classification restrictions rather than analytical limitations, creating situations where intelligence expertise might not align with current assignment parameters despite demonstrated qualifications and analytical training that exceeded routine intelligence requirements. Personnel assignment protocols affecting analytical capability utilization in classified environments. Williams asked, reviewing assignment procedures that might restrict intelligence specialist capabilities despite training qualifications and analytical expertise that could enhance strategic planning and intelligence effectiveness. Martinez examined personnel assignment protocols while recognizing that some restrictions reflected security considerations rather than capability assessments, potentially limiting analytical expertise utilization despite intelligence specialist qualifications that could enhance strategic planning and analytical effectiveness. Ma'am, some personnel assignments reflect classification protocols rather than analytical capability assessments, Martinez acknowledged, noting assignment procedures that might not fully utilize intelligence specialist expertise and analytical training that could enhance strategic planning effectiveness. Vasquez studied personnel assignment protocols while understanding that security restrictions might limit analytical capability utilization despite intelligence specialist qualifications that exceeded routine requirements and could provide enhanced strategic planning when intelligence requirements demanded immediate assessment and analytical interpretation. Among intelligence personnel assignments, Vasquez's qualifications drew attention for analytical training that exceeded routine intelligence requirements despite assignment parameters that reflected classification considerations rather than analytical capability assessment and intelligence expertise that could enhance strategic planning effectiveness. Senior Chief Vasquez possesses advanced analytical training and strategic assessment qualifications that exceed routine intelligence assignment requirements, Williams noted, highlighting personnel qualifications that included specialized analytical training and intelligence expertise that could enhance strategic planning capabilities. Martinez reviewed Vasquez's training qualifications while recognizing that her analytical capabilities exceeded current assignment parameters despite intelligence expertise that could provide enhanced strategic planning and analytical effectiveness when intelligence requirements demanded immediate assessment and interpretation. Assessment of Senior Chief Vasquez's analytical capabilities compared to current assignment utilization. Williams requested, studying personnel qualifications that indicated intelligence expertise and analytical training that might not align with current assignment restrictions despite capabilities that could enhance strategic effectiveness. Vasquez displayed her comprehensive training background showing advanced analytical qualifications, strategic assessment expertise, and intelligence capabilities that exceeded routine requirements despite assignment parameters that reflected classification considerations rather than analytical capability assessment. Ma'am, Senior Chief Vasquez demonstrates analytical qualifications that exceed current assignment utilization, with intelligence training and strategic assessment capabilities that could enhance planning effectiveness, Martinez reported, acknowledging personnel expertise that surpassed routine intelligence requirements. Williams studied Vasquez's qualifications while understanding that classification considerations had resulted in assignment parameters that might not fully utilize analytical capabilities and intelligence expertise that could enhance strategic planning when requirements demanded immediate assessment and analytical interpretation. As they concluded intelligence briefing, Williams assigned Vasquez to classified analytical duties that would utilize her assessment capabilities while maintaining security compliance regarding classification assignment parameters, despite analytical qualifications that exceeded routine intelligence requirements. Senior Chief Vasquez, You'll maintain classified analytical responsibilities with focus on strategic assessment and intelligence interpretation according to established classification parameters. Williams directed, assigning duties that reflected security considerations rather than analytical capability utilization. Vasquez accepted the assignment while understanding that classified duties would utilize her analytical skills despite intelligence training and assessment capabilities that could provide enhanced strategic planning effectiveness when requirements demanded immediate interpretation and analytical assessment. 3 weeks later, Vasquez found herself managing classified intelligence operations from the Strategic Assessment Center while maintaining analytical processing of sensitive information that required detailed attention and comprehensive interpretation essential for strategic planning and operational coordination. Her analytical position required processing classified intelligence, interpreting strategic assessments, and maintaining records that provided comprehensive oversight of intelligence operations while ensuring security protocol compliance and analytical accuracy according to established classification procedures. Intelligence control, this is strategic analyst. Vasquez reported through classified channels during routine status updates, maintaining analytical oversight and assessment procedures according to established intelligence protocols. The response came from Central Intelligence Coordination, acknowledging analytical functions while maintaining operational awareness of strategic assessments that required comprehensive processing and interpretation essential for strategic planning and protocol compliance. Vasquez maintained classified analytical duties while processing intelligence information with attention to detail that exceeded routine assessment requirements, applying strategic training perspective to identify patterns and information that might require enhanced analytical attention despite classification assignment parameters. During routine analytical duties, Vasquez identified patterns in classified intelligence and strategic assessments that suggested potential security concerns requiring enhanced attention and investigation beyond conventional processing procedures and routine analytical oversight. Intelligence control, strategic analyst noting intelligence patterns that may require enhanced verification and security assessment. Vasquez reported, applying analytical skills and strategic training perspective to identify potential concerns that routine processing might not address adequately. Central Intelligence acknowledged Vasquez's analytical observations while implementing enhanced assessment procedures that utilized her interpretive capabilities and attention to detail for identifying intelligence that could affect strategic planning despite classification assignment restrictions. As analytical duties continued, Vasquez's assessment capabilities revealed intelligence considerations that conventional processing might not identify, demonstrating that classified assignments could provide valuable strategic perspectives when combined with analytical training and intelligence expertise. Her analytical position enabled comprehensive interpretation of classified intelligence while maintaining detailed assessment that could identify patterns and concerns requiring strategic attention, proving that analytical duties could enhance strategic planning when performed by personnel with intelligence training. 6 weeks into her classified assignment, Vasquez's analytical processing identified a significant intelligence concern that required immediate attention and strategic response beyond routine classification procedures and conventional intelligence processing capabilities. During routine evening analytical duties, Vasquez identified intelligence information that indicated potential strategic compromise requiring immediate investigation and response beyond classification assignment parameters despite restrictions that limited analytical capability utilization. Intelligence control, strategic analyst reporting potential intelligence emergency requiring immediate strategic response and investigation. Vasquez announced through emergency channels, noting information that exceeded routine processing concerns and required analytical intervention. The intelligence concern involved classified information suggesting potential compromise of strategic operations through sophisticated methods that conventional security systems had not detected effectively, requiring immediate analytical response and intelligence intervention to prevent strategic compromise. Vasquez identified the intelligence concern while recognizing that immediate analytical response was required despite classification assignment restrictions, applying intelligence training and strategic expertise to assess threat level and required intervention procedures. Intelligence control, classified information indicating potential strategic compromise, immediate analytical response required. Vasquez reported while preparing for potential intelligence intervention despite restrictions that limited analytical capability utilization during classification assignments. Central Intelligence Coordination activated emergency response procedures while recognizing that Vasquez's position provided critical analytical capabilities and intelligence expertise that could prove essential for addressing the strategic concern effectively despite classification assignment parameters. The intelligence emergency developed rapidly as classified information demonstrated sophisticated capabilities that exceeded conventional security countermeasures, requiring immediate analytical intervention and strategic response to prevent strategic compromise and operational endangerment. Vasquez recognized that the intelligence situation required immediate action despite classification assignment restrictions, applying analytical training and intelligence expertise to address concerns that conventional processing might not handle effectively due to analytical complexity and strategic sophistication. Taking analytical action, Vasquez announced while moving to address the intelligence concern through strategic intervention that utilized her analytical training and intelligence response capabilities despite restrictions on analytical assignment parameters. Her analytical response addressed the intelligence concern through strategic intervention that prevented strategic compromise and operational endangerment, demonstrating that classification assignments combined with analytical training could provide enhanced intelligence effectiveness when emergency situations required immediate response. The intelligence emergency was resolved through Vasquez's analytical intervention and intelligence capabilities, proving that personnel qualifications and training could enhance strategic planning effectiveness when concerns required immediate response beyond conventional processing measures and routine analytical procedures. Intelligence emergency resolved through analytical intervention. Vasquez reported as the strategic concern was neutralized, acknowledging that analytical capabilities had proven essential for strategic planning despite classification assignment parameters that had restricted analytical utilization. Captain Williams arrived at the intelligence incident location within minutes of concern resolution, recognizing that Vasquez's analytical intervention had prevented strategic compromise that could have endangered strategic operations and national security through sophisticated attack methods. Senior Chief Vasquez, your analytical response prevented significant intelligence compromise and potential strategic casualties, Williams acknowledged, understanding that intelligence capabilities had proven essential for strategic planning despite classification assignment restrictions. Vasquez maintained professional demeanor while understanding that the intelligence incident had demonstrated analytical effectiveness and intelligence training value for strategic planning, proving that personnel qualifications could enhance intelligence capabilities when emergency situations required immediate intervention. Williams's incident assessment revealed that Vasquez's analytical response had addressed sophisticated intelligence concerns that conventional measures might not have handled effectively, demonstrating that intelligence training and analytical expertise represented valuable strategic capabilities regardless of assignment parameters. Your analytical intervention achieved intelligence effectiveness that conventional response procedures might not have accomplished, Williams noted, recognizing that analytical capabilities had proven essential for strategic planning despite classification considerations that had limited analytical assignment utilization. The intelligence incident resulted in comprehensive review of personnel assignment policies to ensure that analytical capabilities and intelligence training could be utilized effectively for strategic planning when emergency situations required immediate response and analytical intervention beyond routine processing measures. Vasquez received recognition for analytical effectiveness and intelligence capabilities that had prevented strategic compromise, establishing precedent for utilizing personnel qualifications and training expertise for enhanced strategic planning regardless of classification assignment parameters. 1 year later, Vasquez's intelligence training and analytical expertise had been formally recognized through assignment modifications that utilized her strategic capabilities more effectively while maintaining classification compliance and analytical responsibilities that enhanced overall strategic planning effectiveness. Her analytical intervention had influenced policy reviews that acknowledged intelligence training and strategic assessment capabilities as valuable planning assets that could enhance strategic effectiveness when combined with classification duties and analytical processing responsibilities. Training programs based on Vasquez's integrated approach emphasized analytical awareness and intelligence readiness as components of comprehensive strategic effectiveness that could be maintained through various assignment parameters while enhancing overall planning capabilities. Strategic planning protocols were modified to acknowledge analytical training and intelligence capabilities as valuable strategic assets that could enhance planning effectiveness through integrated approaches that combined classification duties with analytical readiness and intelligence response capabilities. Vasquez's career continued with expanded intelligence responsibilities that utilized both classification expertise and analytical capabilities for comprehensive strategic planning that acknowledged intelligence training as valuable strategic asset rather than restricted capability requiring classification limitations. Her success had demonstrated that analytical training and intelligence capabilities represented valuable strategic assets that could enhance planning effectiveness through integrated approaches that combined analytical processing with intelligence readiness and strategic response capabilities. The intelligence specialist who had been restricted by classification rather than skill had proven that analytical capabilities and intelligence training represented essential strategic assets that could enhance planning effectiveness regardless of assignment parameters or classification responsibilities. Vasquez's analytical intervention had established that personnel qualifications and intelligence training could provide enhanced strategic effectiveness when integrated with classification duties, proving that analytical capabilities represented valuable strategic assets rather than restricted specialties requiring classification limitations. Her career demonstrated that comprehensive strategic effectiveness required recognition of analytical training and intelligence capabilities as valuable assets that could enhance planning through integrated approaches that utilized personnel qualifications regardless of assignment parameters. The senior chief, whose analytical capabilities had been underutilized due to classification considerations, had proven that intelligence training and strategic assessment expertise represented essential planning assets that could enhance strategic effectiveness when emergency situations required immediate analytical intervention. Vasquez's success had shown that strategic effectiveness required institutional recognition of analytical capabilities and intelligence training as valuable assets that could enhance planning through integrated approaches that combine classification responsibilities with analytical readiness and intelligence response capabilities. Her analytical intervention had demonstrated that personnel qualifications and intelligence training could provide strategic effectiveness that conventional measures might not achieve, proving that analytical capabilities represented essential strategic assets that required recognition and utilization rather than classification restrictions. The classified analytical specialist whose intelligence capabilities had exceeded assignment parameters had become acknowledged for analytical expertise that proved essential for strategic planning, demonstrating that comprehensive strategic effectiveness required recognition of all personnel qualifications and training capabilities. Vasquez's career illustrated how analytical training and intelligence capabilities could enhance strategic effectiveness through integrated approaches that combined classification responsibilities with analytical readiness, proving that personnel qualifications represented valuable strategic assets regardless of assignment parameters or classification considerations. Her success had established that comprehensive strategic effectiveness required institutional recognition of analytical capabilities as valuable assets that could enhance planning through integrated approaches that utilized personnel qualifications and intelligence training for comprehensive strategic planning and intelligence response capabilities. The intelligence specialist who had been assigned to classified processing had proven through analytical intervention that intelligence capabilities and training expertise represented essential strategic assets that could enhance planning effectiveness when emergency situations required immediate response and analytical intervention beyond conventional processing measures. But Vasquez's most defining moment would come 6 months later, during a congressional hearing that would test every principle of intelligence integrity and classification security in an environment where political pressure threatened to compromise analytical accuracy and strategic planning effectiveness for partisan advantage. The emergency subpoena from the House Intelligence Committee arrived at Defense Intelligence Agency headquarters at 1847 hours on a Friday evening, carrying legal authority that required immediate response for testimony regarding classified intelligence operations whose disclosure could compromise national security, while congressional oversight demanded transparency that challenged intelligence security protocols. Rear Admiral Patricia Chun reviewed classified legal parameters in the secure briefing facility beneath DIA headquarters, her weathered features reflecting the gravity of congressional testimony that would balance constitutional oversight responsibilities with national security requirements in an environment where political considerations threatened intelligence effectiveness and strategic planning capabilities. Senior Chief Vasquez, Chun said as Vasquez entered the legal briefing room. You've been subpoenaed for congressional testimony regarding Operation Silent Thunder, where your analytical expertise could be essential for maintaining intelligence accuracy while protecting classification security under congressional oversight. Vasquez studied legal documentation while understanding that congressional testimony represented unprecedented challenge to intelligence security protocols, requiring careful balance between constitutional transparency and national security protection that could determine institutional credibility and operational effectiveness. Ma'am, what are the legal parameters for classified intelligence testimony? Vasquez asked, examining congressional requirements that demanded transparency while intelligence security required protection of sources, methods, and strategic information that congressional disclosure could compromise. Chun activated legal briefing displays showing congressional oversight authorities balanced against classification security requirements, revealing complex legal environment where constitutional demands intersected with national security protection in ways that required careful navigation and strategic response. Congressional oversight requires testimony regarding intelligence operations, while classification security demands protection of methods and sources that disclosure could compromise. Chun explained, highlighting legal complexity that required balanced approach to constitutional transparency and national security protection. The legal briefing revealed that congressional testimony would test institutional ability to maintain intelligence security while providing oversight transparency, requiring analytical expertise and legal precision that could protect national security while satisfying constitutional requirements for congressional oversight and democratic accountability. Assessment of intelligence security risks versus congressional oversight requirements. Vasquez inquired, studying legal parameters that suggested testimony would require careful balance between classification protection and transparency demands that could affect both constitutional oversight and national security effectiveness. Chun displayed comprehensive legal analysis showing constitutional oversight authorities balanced against intelligence security requirements, indicating that testimony would require sophisticated legal and analytical expertise for protecting national security while maintaining democratic accountability and congressional oversight effectiveness. Testimony must balance constitutional oversight requirements with intelligence security needs, requiring analytical precision that protects classified information while providing oversight transparency. Chun continued, acknowledging legal complexity that demanded expertise in both constitutional law and intelligence security protocols. Vasquez studied the legal requirements while recognizing that congressional testimony would test her ability to maintain intelligence security while providing oversight transparency, understanding that institutional credibility and national security could depend on accurate testimony that protected classified information. Ma'am, what analytical support is available for congressional testimony preparation? Vasquez asked, recognizing that testimony would require comprehensive preparation that could address congressional oversight requirements while maintaining classification security and analytical accuracy. Chun displayed legal support resources that included constitutional law expertise, classification review procedures, and analytical coordination capabilities that could support testimony preparation while ensuring intelligence security and oversight transparency according to established legal requirements and security protocols. You'll have access to comprehensive legal and analytical support necessary for testimony preparation that maintains intelligence security while providing constitutional oversight, Chun confirmed, acknowledging that congressional testimony required specialized preparation and legal expertise. 3 days later, Vasquez found herself in the secure hearing room of the House Intelligence Committee, where congressional oversight intersected with classification security in an environment that tested constitutional transparency against national security protection under conditions that could determine institutional credibility. The committee calls Senior Chief Petty Officer Elena Vasquez, announced Committee Chairman Robert Harrison, beginning testimony procedures that would test intelligence security protocols under congressional oversight demanding transparency that could compromise national security if not carefully managed. Vasquez approached the witness table while understanding that congressional testimony represented critical test of intelligence integrity and classification security, requiring analytical precision that could maintain national security while providing constitutional oversight and democratic accountability. Senior Chief Vasquez, Harrison continued, "You are here to testify regarding Operation Silent Thunder and intelligence operations that this committee has oversight responsibility to review for constitutional accountability and democratic transparency." The hearing room atmosphere intensified as congressional oversight intersected with intelligence security, creating legal environment where constitutional requirements demanded transparency that could compromise national security if analytical accuracy and classification protection were not maintained effectively. "Mr. Chairman," Vasquez replied, "I am prepared to provide testimony that maintains constitutional oversight while protecting intelligence security according to established legal protocols and classification requirements." Harrison activated hearing displays showing Operation Silent Thunder documentation while demanding transparency that challenged classification security protocols, creating congressional oversight environment that tested intelligence integrity against political pressure and constitutional requirements. As questioning commenced, congressional representatives demanded intelligence details that classification security prohibited from disclosure, creating legal tension between constitutional oversight and national security protection that required analytical precision and legal expertise for resolution. Senior Chief Vasquez demanded Representative Sarah Martinez, "This committee requires complete transparency regarding intelligence operations that taxpayer funding supports and constitutional oversight governs." Vasquez recognized that congressional pressure was attempting to compromise classification security for political advantage, requiring analytical response that could maintain intelligence integrity while providing legitimate oversight transparency according to constitutional requirements and security protocols. Representative Martinez, "I can provide oversight information that maintains constitutional transparency while protecting intelligence security according to established legal protocols," Vasquez replied, maintaining analytical precision despite political pressure that threatened classification security. The congressional hearing continued with increasing political pressure that demanded intelligence disclosure beyond classification security protocols, testing Vasquez's ability to maintain analytical accuracy and institutional integrity under conditions that threaten national security for partisan advantage. During the most critical questioning phase, congressional representatives demanded access to classified intelligence that disclosure could compromise ongoing operations and strategic planning, requiring analytical response that could protect national security while maintaining constitutional oversight effectiveness. "This committee demands access to all intelligence documentation," declared Representative Michael Thompson, applying political pressure that could compromise classification security for congressional oversight that exceeded constitutional requirements and legal authorities. Vasquez faced the ultimate test of intelligence integrity versus political pressure, understanding that congressional testimony could determine whether analytical accuracy and classification security could be maintained despite partisan demands that threaten national security for political advantage. "Mr. Chairman," Vasquez responded with analytical precision that demonstrated intelligence integrity. "Constitutional oversight can be provided while maintaining intelligence security that protects national security according to established legal protocols and classification requirements." Her analytical response maintained intelligence security while providing legitimate oversight transparency, demonstrating that constitutional accountability could be achieved without compromising national security through analytical precision and legal expertise that protected classification security. The congressional hearing concluded with Vasquez having successfully maintained intelligence, integrity, and classification security while providing constitutional oversight, proving that analytical expertise could protect national security despite political pressure that threatened intelligence effectiveness for partisan advantage. Chairman Harrison acknowledged that Vasquez's testimony had provided constitutional oversight while maintaining intelligence security, demonstrating analytical capabilities that protected national security while satisfying legitimate congressional oversight requirements and democratic accountability. Senior Chief Vasquez has provided testimony that maintains constitutional oversight while protecting intelligence security, Harrison noted, recognizing that analytical precision had achieved both transparency and security protection through expertise that balanced constitutional requirements with national security needs. 6 months later, Vasquez's congressional testimony had been recognized as exemplary demonstration of intelligence integrity that maintained classification security while providing constitutional oversight, establishing precedent for balancing democratic accountability with national security protection through analytical expertise. Congressional leadership commended Vasquez's testimony for achieving constitutional transparency while maintaining intelligence security, acknowledging that analytical capabilities had proven essential for protecting national security while satisfying legitimate oversight requirements and democratic accountability. Senior Chief Vasquez demonstrated that intelligence integrity could achieve constitutional oversight while protecting national security. Congressional leadership reported, recognizing that analytical expertise had balanced transparency requirements with classification security through precision that protected both constitutional accountability and strategic effectiveness. Vasquez received assignment to develop intelligence testimony training programs for personnel whose capabilities could enhance constitutional oversight while maintaining classification security, proving that analytical expertise could protect national security while ensuring democratic accountability and congressional oversight effectiveness. Her congressional testimony techniques were designated as standard protocols for intelligence oversight, acknowledging analytical precision as critical capability for maintaining constitutional transparency while protecting classification security and national security effectiveness. Defense Intelligence Agency established congressional testimony as specialized capability requiring expertise in constitutional law and classification security in addition to analytical competence, recognizing evolved understanding of requirements for effective democratic oversight while maintaining intelligence security. The intelligence specialist who had been restricted by classification had proven through congressional testimony that analytical integrity could achieve constitutional oversight while protecting national security, demonstrating that specialized expertise was essential for balancing democratic accountability with strategic effectiveness and intelligence security protection. But Vasquez's ultimate validation would come 18 months later, during a ceremony that would publicly acknowledge her contributions in ways that challenged institutional assumptions about recognition, visibility, and the relationship between classified service and public acknowledgement of excellence in intelligence operations where anonymity was considered essential for operational security. The annual Defense Intelligence Awards ceremony at the Pentagon had commenced with traditional precision that characterized the most prestigious recognition events honoring intelligence professionals whose contributions to national security often remained classified and unacknowledged despite strategic importance that affected global stability and military effectiveness. Distinguished guests filled the ceremonial hall while classified achievements were honored through careful language that protected operational security while recognizing exceptional service and analytical excellence. Secretary of Defense Patricia Morrison presided over the ceremony from the primary podium, her presence lending institutional gravity to recognition events that balanced public acknowledgement with classification security requirements that protected intelligence methods and sources. While honoring personnel whose contributions exceeded conventional service metrics and analytical standards. Today we honor intelligence professionals whose dedication to analytical excellence and national security has achieved strategic success that strengthens American security while protecting democratic values, Morrison announced, beginning ceremonies that would recognize exceptional service while maintaining classification security that protected ongoing operations and intelligence capabilities. The ceremonial hall atmosphere reflected the intersection of public recognition and classified service, creating an acknowledgement environment where intelligence achievements could be honored while operational security remained protected through careful presentation that celebrated excellence without compromising strategic effectiveness or intelligence capabilities. As recognition ceremonies proceeded, awards were presented to intelligence professionals whose achievements could be publicly acknowledged without compromising classification security, creating recognition environment that honored analytical excellence while protecting operational methods and strategic information essential for ongoing intelligence effectiveness. Distinguished service medals were awarded to senior intelligence officers whose leadership had achieved strategic success through comprehensive analytical coordination and institutional excellence that enhanced national security capabilities while maintaining operational effectiveness and intelligence security protection. Intelligence Excellence Awards recognized analytical specialists whose technical expertise had provided strategic advantages through innovative assessment methods and enhanced analytical capabilities that improved intelligence effectiveness while ensuring classification security and operational protection. Exceptional Achievement Awards honored intelligence personnel whose dedication had achieved mission success through superior analytical performance and institutional commitment that exceeded conventional service standards while maintaining security protocols and operational effectiveness. Vasquez observed the recognition ceremonies from her assigned position in the ceremonial hall, understanding that classified intelligence achievements often remained unacknowledged despite strategic importance that affected national security and military effectiveness through analytical excellence and institutional dedication. Her analytical contributions to Operation Silent Thunder and congressional testimony had enhanced intelligence effectiveness and constitutional oversight while maintaining classification security, but institutional policies typically prevented public recognition of classified achievements that could compromise operational security despite strategic importance. The Defense Intelligence Analytical Excellence Award is presented to Colonel Robert Harrison for leadership in strategic assessment that enhanced national security through innovative analytical coordination. Morrison announced, recognizing achievements that could be publicly acknowledged without compromising classification security. Colonel Harrison approached the podium to receive recognition for analytical leadership that had improved intelligence effectiveness through institutional coordination and strategic innovation, representing public acknowledgement of intelligence excellence that maintained operational security while honoring exceptional service. The recognition continued with presentation of Intelligence Innovation Awards to personnel whose technical expertise had enhanced analytical capabilities through advanced assessment methods and institutional improvements that strengthened intelligence effectiveness while protecting classification security and operational capabilities. Distinguished Analytical Service Awards honored intelligence specialists whose comprehensive assessment expertise had provided strategic advantages through enhanced intelligence coordination and analytical excellence that improved national security while maintaining operational effectiveness and security protection. As ceremonies approached conclusion, final recognitions were presented to intelligence professionals whose achievements represented exceptional service and analytical excellence, completing acknowledgement events that balanced public recognition with classification security requirements that protected ongoing operations and intelligence capabilities. Vasquez remained in her assigned position while understanding that classified intelligence contributions often exceeded publicly acknowledged achievements despite strategic importance that affected national security through analytical excellence and institutional dedication that enhanced intelligence effectiveness and constitutional oversight. Before concluding today's ceremonies, Morrison announced with obvious preparation for unplanned recognition, "I want to acknowledge contributions that exemplify intelligence excellence and institutional integrity in ways that strengthen both national security and democratic accountability." The ceremonial hall atmosphere shifted as Morrison's announcement suggested recognition beyond planned ceremonies, creating acknowledgement environment where exceptional service might receive acknowledgement despite classification considerations that typically prevented public recognition of intelligence achievements and analytical excellence. Morrison stepped down from the primary podium while scanning the ceremonial hall with obvious intention to provide recognition that transcended conventional acknowledgement procedures, approaching personnel seating areas where intelligence professionals observed ceremonies. while maintaining professional dignity despite unacknowledged contributions. Senior Chief Petty Officer Elena Vasquez. Morrison called while approaching Vasquez's position, creating recognition moment that challenged conventional assumptions about public acknowledgement of classified intelligence achievements and analytical excellence that enhanced national security and democratic accountability. The ceremonial hall fell silent as Morrison's approach to Vasquez suggested unprecedented recognition of classified contributions, creating acknowledgement environment where intelligence excellence might receive public honor despite operational security considerations that typically prevented such recognition and institutional visibility. Senior Chief Vasquez. Morrison continued while stopping directly before Vasquez's position. Your analytical excellence and institutional integrity have enhanced both national security and constitutional accountability in ways that exemplify the highest standards of intelligence service and democratic dedication. Morrison removed her own Distinguished Service Medal while addressing Vasquez directly, creating recognition moment that transcended conventional acknowledgement procedures and challenged institutional assumptions about public recognition of classified intelligence achievements and analytical excellence. Your contributions to intelligence integrity and analytical excellence represent service that strengthens both national security and democratic accountability, Morrison stated while placing her medal in Vasquez's hands, providing recognition that acknowledged classified achievements despite operational security considerations. The ceremonial hall remained silent as Morrison's unprecedented recognition acknowledged Vasquez's intelligence contributions through institutional honor that challenged conventional assumptions about public acknowledgement of classified service and analytical excellence that enhanced national security effectiveness. None of our intelligence success happens without analytical integrity and institutional dedication that protects both national security and democratic values. Morrison continued, providing public recognition of Vasquez's contributions despite classification security considerations that typically prevented such acknowledgement and institutional visibility. The recognition moment represented unprecedented acknowledgement of classified intelligence achievements through institutional honor that balanced operational security with public recognition of analytical excellence and constitutional dedication that enhanced both national security and democratic accountability. As Morrison completed her recognition, the ceremonial hall erupted in sustained applause that acknowledged Vasquez's intelligence contributions while demonstrating institutional appreciation for analytical excellence and constitutional integrity that strengthened both security effectiveness and democratic accountability. The applause continued as intelligence professionals throughout the ceremonial hall recognized Vasquez's achievements through sustained acknowledgement that transcended conventional recognition procedures, while honoring analytical excellence and institutional integrity that enhanced national security and constitutional oversight. Morrison returned to the podium while the ceremonial hall maintained recognition of Vasquez's contributions through continued applause that demonstrated institutional appreciation for intelligence excellence and constitutional dedication that strengthened both security effectiveness and democratic accountability despite classification considerations. Today's recognition reminds us that intelligence excellence emerges through analytical integrity and institutional dedication that protects both national security and democratic values. Morrison concluded, acknowledging that exceptional service could receive institutional honor despite classification security considerations. The ceremony concluded with continued recognition of Vasquez's contributions as intelligence professionals acknowledged analytical excellence and constitutional integrity that enhanced both security effectiveness and democratic accountability through institutional service that exemplified the highest standards of intelligence dedication. Following the ceremony, senior intelligence leadership approached Vasquez to provide personal recognition of her contributions while acknowledging that analytical excellence and institutional integrity had enhanced intelligence effectiveness and constitutional oversight despite classification restrictions that typically prevented public acknowledgement. Senior Chief Vasquez, said Director of National Intelligence Robert Shun, your analytical integrity represents intelligence excellence that strengthens both national security and democratic accountability through institutional service that exemplifies constitutional dedication and security effectiveness. Deputy Director Patricia Williams added her recognition while acknowledging Vasquez's contributions to intelligence integrity and analytical excellence that had enhanced constitutional oversight and security effectiveness through institutional dedication that exceeded conventional service standards despite classification considerations. Your congressional testimony demonstrated that intelligence integrity could achieve constitutional accountability while protecting national security, Williams noted, recognizing analytical excellence that had balanced democratic oversight with security protection through institutional expertise and constitutional dedication. Admiral Martinez, representing Defense Intelligence Agency leadership, provided additional recognition while acknowledging that Vasquez's analytical contributions had enhanced intelligence effectiveness and institutional integrity through constitutional service that strengthened both security capabilities and democratic accountability. Your analytical excellence has influenced institutional recognition of intelligence integrity as essential for both national security and constitutional oversight, Martinez observed, acknowledging contributions that had enhanced intelligence effectiveness while maintaining democratic accountability and security protection. The recognition from senior leadership demonstrated institutional appreciation for Vasquez's analytical excellence and constitutional integrity that had strengthened intelligence effectiveness while enhancing democratic oversight and security protection through institutional service that exemplified exceptional dedication and professional excellence. 6 months later, Vasquez's ceremonial recognition had influenced institutional policies regarding acknowledgement of classified intelligence achievements, establishing precedent for balancing operational security with public recognition of exceptional service and analytical excellence that enhanced national security and democratic accountability. Her unprecedented public recognition had demonstrated that intelligence excellence could receive institutional acknowledgement while maintaining classification security, proving that exceptional service could be honored despite operational considerations that typically prevented public recognition of analytical achievements and constitutional dedication. Congressional leadership commended the recognition of Vasquez's contributions as exemplary demonstration of institutional integrity that acknowledged intelligence excellence while protecting operational security, establishing precedent for recognizing classified achievements that enhanced both national security and democratic accountability. Senior Chief Vasquez's recognition demonstrates that intelligence excellence deserves institutional acknowledgement that strengthens both security effectiveness and democratic accountability, congressional leadership reported, acknowledging that exceptional service could receive public honor while maintaining operational security and classification protection. Defense Intelligence Agency established recognition protocols for classified achievements that enhanced institutional effectiveness while maintaining operational security, acknowledging that exceptional service could receive acknowledgement despite classification considerations that typically prevented public recognition of intelligence excellence. Her recognition had influenced institutional understanding that intelligence excellence could be acknowledged publicly while protecting operational security, demonstrating that exceptional service deserved recognition that strengthened both security effectiveness and democratic accountability through institutional honor and professional acknowledgement. Training programs based on Vasquez's recognition emphasized that intelligence excellence deserved institutional acknowledgement that could enhance both security effectiveness and democratic accountability while maintaining operational protection and classification security according to established protocols and security requirements. Intelligence leadership development programs incorporated Vasquez's recognition as exemplary demonstration of institutional integrity that balanced public acknowledgement with operational security, showing that exceptional service could receive honor while protecting intelligence capabilities and security effectiveness. Vasquez's career continued with expanded responsibilities that utilized her recognized expertise in analytical excellence and constitutional integrity, demonstrating that institutional acknowledgement could enhance intelligence effectiveness while maintaining operational security and democratic accountability through exceptional service and professional dedication. Her recognition had proven that intelligence excellence deserved institutional acknowledgement that could strengthen both security effectiveness and democratic accountability, establishing precedent for honoring exceptional service while maintaining operational protection and classification security through balanced recognition procedures. The intelligence specialist who had been restricted by classification had become publicly acknowledged for analytical excellence and constitutional integrity that enhanced both national security and democratic accountability, demonstrating that exceptional service could receive institutional honor despite operational security considerations. Vasquez's unprecedented recognition had shown that intelligence excellence could be acknowledged publicly while protecting operational capabilities, proving that exceptional service deserved honor that strengthened both security effectiveness and democratic accountability through institutional recognition and professional acknowledgement. Her ceremonial recognition had established that analytical excellence and constitutional integrity represented service worthy of institutional acknowledgement despite classification considerations, demonstrating that exceptional contributions could receive public honor while maintaining operational security and intelligence effectiveness. The senior chief, whose contributions had been classified, became publicly recognized for intelligence excellence that enhanced both security effectiveness and democratic accountability, proving that exceptional service could receive institutional acknowledgement while protecting operational capabilities and classification security through balanced recognition procedures. Vasquez's recognition had demonstrated that institutional integrity required acknowledgement of intelligence excellence that strengthened both national security and constitutional accountability, establishing precedent for honoring exceptional service despite operational considerations that typically prevented public recognition of analytical achievements. Her public acknowledgement had proven that intelligence excellence deserved recognition that could enhance both security effectiveness and democratic accountability while maintaining operational protection, demonstrating that exceptional service could receive institutional honor through balanced acknowledgement procedures that protected classification security. The intelligence professional who had been told to stay silent had become publicly acknowledged for analytical excellence and constitutional integrity that enhanced both security effectiveness and democratic accountability, proving that exceptional service could receive institutional recognition despite classification considerations that typically prevented public acknowledgement. Vasquez's unprecedented recognition had established that intelligence excellence could be honored publicly while protecting operational capabilities, demonstrating that institutional integrity required acknowledgement of exceptional service that strengthened both national security and democratic accountability through analytical excellence and constitutional dedication. Her recognition had shown that intelligence achievements could receive public acknowledgement while maintaining operational security, proving that exceptional service deserved institutional honor that enhanced both security effectiveness and democratic accountability through balanced recognition procedures that protected classification requirements while acknowledging analytical excellence. The ceremony that had proceeded without her name had concluded with Vasquez receiving the most meaningful recognition of all, institutional acknowledgement that her intelligence excellence and constitutional integrity had enhanced both national security and democratic accountability through exceptional service that exemplified the highest standards of analytical dedication and professional excellence.